Hello and welcome. Matt Ritchie here, going to be your host for today's training session. And today we have a really cool topic. So, today's topic is advanced goal setting. Advanced goal setting. And unlike your advanced college courses, this one's not any harder than the original ones. It's just better. So, I call it advanced goal setting because the people who use it are advancing their lives. The people who are using it are advancing what they know is possible and creating amazing, meaningful, fulfilling goals and lives. So that sounds like an advanced society to me. People who are consciously creating whatever it is they choose and taking action on that every single day. And that's really what our goals are here for, right? To give us a blueprint, to give us a daily consistent action plan so we can take baby steps every single day. So, before we get started on that, though, like I do with all my calls, I want to welcome you, thank you, and let you know that you are appreciated for being here, for being a growth seeker, for taking the time, taking your valuable time and energy to learn something that is going to advance you and help you up level your life. So before we jump into anything else, let's get present. Take some deep breaths. Get at least 5 good breaths. So notice your feet on the floor. Notice the smell in your house. Maybe the touch of your desktop. Whatever it is, just get extremely present. Knowing that the more present you are, the more you can learn and the more you can intake through your senses in the here and now. Great. So let's kick this thing off. So why are goals even important? Why should I care about goals? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because goals are our North Star. Without goals, where would we be? We would be aimlessly taking daily action that may or may not lead us to a place that we actually want to get to. Well, in reality, that's what a lot of people are doing with their goals anyway. They are setting some arbitrary thing out into the future and they are working towards it daily. Maybe they don't even check in with their goal until the next year. And then what? You're a year past and you're like, crap, I didn't hit my goal again. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Now I got to start over. Well, what I found from goal setting from some really powerful people and all of the coaches, all the training that I've done over the years is that it is imperative to set goals, to break those goals down, and to take daily consistent action. Everyone is under agreement to that. Cool. That's the baseline of goal setting. We're going to set a goal, we're going to break it down, we're going to take action steps, and we're going to keep accountable every single day that we're moving towards that goal. Awesome. Not a whole lot of complexity there. And I love simplicity as much as the next person. And in order to have a fulfilling life, in order to create the life you truly want to live, you've got to set goals that are powerful. You've got to set goals that are meaningful to you, not to anyone else, not to the world, meaningful to you. Because if they're not meaningful to you, if they're not going to truly fulfill you, if you're going to get to the end, like, okay, time for another goal, that's not where you want to be. You want to be at a space where every single day you're being inspired to take action. Every single day you're excited to do whatever it is you want to do. So if you've been to any of my trainings before, you know that I teach on 4 topics. We have your health, we have wealth, we have relationships, and self-mastery. And goal setting, this is a blanket over all 4 of those categories. So when you get this concept, you can take it and you can apply it to every single area of your life. This is not special to your business. This is not special to your relationship. This is universal. This will help you achieve greatness in whatever area that you choose. Sounds pretty awesome. So let's get started, shall we? So the idea of goal setting, obviously not new. The frame or the pretext or the perspective that we have when we're goal setting, that is the key. That is the key to setting fulfilling goals. Because how do you know that you're going to want that Ferrari in a year from now? How do you know? Maybe on the journey to creating that Ferrari, you really wanted a Porsche. Or maybe on the journey to Ferrari, you're like, shit, I don't want a Ferrari. I really just want love and acceptance from strangers. Pretty big difference in those goals right there. So this training is meant to keep you from wasting your most valuable resource, time, because we can't get that back. And the more time we spend doing things that are not serving us, doing things that are not aligned with what we truly want, the less time we have to do things we truly want to do things that light us up and create amazing things in this world that are going to not only fulfill us and let us have fun along the process, but can change our world and can change everything around us in the process. So, how do you know if you're setting good goals? Great question. Let's start with the 6 human needs. Now, if you're not familiar with the 6 human needs, this is not something I came up with. This is something that I have studied. There's plenty of people out there, all the great people in personal development, in any kind of growth around psychology, talk about these 6 human needs. And I think that they are pretty comprehensive and universal when it comes to human beings, us. So let's go through those 6 human needs just so we have a context, just so we know exactly what it is we're searching for, what it is we truly want. So in no particular order, here are the first 4 human needs: certainty, uncertainty, significance, and love and connection. And I'm chunking these into 4 for a reason, so stick with me. So these first 4 needs, uncertainty, certainty, significance, love, and connection, these everybody fulfills. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you do, I don't care how you do it, you will fulfill these 4 needs. You will find a way to create certainty, whether it be through stability in a job, whether it be through safety in a relationship. We have to know on a subconscious level that everything's going to be okay. We have to have that certainty, right? It's like a need that we need to know. We have to be certain that we're going to be okay. Because how can we take that next big step? How can we say goodbye to the past or something that wasn't serving us if we're not certain that it's going to turn out? So you have to find certainty in your life. Now you're already doing this through some way or another. So maybe scan through. If you already have your goals from 2015 set, take these goals, look at them, and kind of compare what need this is filling. So the first one is certainty. And then the exact opposite of that is uncertainty. We need change. We need to have newness. And that's why we have so many people infidelity in marriages. That's why we have people leaving jobs after an average of no more than 3 years now. That's why we have all these new things always being created, because we love uncertainty. As much as we love to know what's going to happen, we love to know what's not going to happen, or we love to find something new. We love to try things out. We're curious beings. We want to try things out. We want to step into the unknown, but only to a certain point, right? So, certainty, uncertainty. You have to be certain, but you got to have some mystery. You got to have that underlying Indiana Jones spirit. If you're familiar with Indiana Jones, he was a treasure seeker. Well, you are a growth seeker. You are seeking things outside of yourself, something that will expand you, something that will expand your life, whether it be your mind, whether it be your body, your spirit, you're looking for expansion. So certainty, uncertainty, significance. Number 3 is significance. And why is that significant? Well, we all want to feel important. We all want to feel needed. I think that's what a main thing, we look at all these people who are running for public office. We look at people who, strive to, make millions and billions of dollars or be the head of a company or whatever it is. We want to feel significant. We want to feel like if we died tomorrow, the world would miss us. If we died tomorrow, the world would be worse off. We want to feel that way. We want to feel significant. We want to feel like our presence is felt. We want to feel that no matter what, somebody is going to remember our name. And that's why people erect statues and name streets and everything else, because they want to be remembered. They want to be significant. So 3rd human need is significance. 4th human need, love and connection. Now, this is one, they pair together love and connection, but I'm a firm believer that a lot of people settle for connection when they're truly looking for love. A lot of people settle for a relationship where they feel safe, where they feel like you do have a good connection. Maybe it's like your best friend, right? But it's not true love. It's not that love that you're desiring, that deep love that you're desiring. For whatever reason, maybe it's the wrong person. Maybe you are in a position to give or receive love. There's many, many obstacles in between us and giving, receiving love and connection. So a lot of people, myself included, seek outside connection. We seek to know more about people. We seek to have experiences that bring us closer together. And it's my belief that the reason we do this is because we deep down, on like a level that we don't even consciously comprehend, we know that we're all connected. We know that we came from the same space. Whatever you want to call it, whatever God you believe in, whatever universal theory you believe in, it doesn't matter. Whatever one's true, whatever one turns out to be right, we came from the same space. So people, we are connected. And a deep human need is to feel that. And this is something that I've learned over the last couple of years, putting on events, having group activities. People love connecting. And those people who don't like connecting, generally they're just scared of some sort of judgment, scared of something. There's some fear about being rejected, about not being loved. And there's a lot of people that will forego love for connection because it's too scary. They don't want to, they've been hurt in the past maybe, or they, see other people who go through something similar and it doesn't turn out right. Or they look at the divorce rate and they see it's at 50% in the US. Whatever it is, whatever fear, whatever underlying story that we're telling ourselves is keeping us from truly experiencing love and connection. So those are the first 4. I want you to look, if you have your goals in front of you, I want you to look through them and be like, oh yeah, geez, that one's definitely going after love and connection. Oh, that one's definitely going after significance. Because when I first kind of integrated this into my goal setting process, I had a huge awakening that I was neglecting certain areas, that I was focusing too harshly on other areas. And I was focused on areas, outcomes that were not going to truly make me happy, that were not going to fulfill the need that I thought it was going to fulfill. So the last two needs of the 6 human needs are needs that, I've read a lot of things around this. Tony Robbins talks about this. Jim Rohn talks about this. These are needs that are universal, yet are not being met by a lot of people. And that's why our society is overall, I would say, unhappy as a society in what we're creating, in the life we're living, in our world around us, all over. Because these last 2 needs, these are the deep ones. So the first one, growth, right? Shocker. We want to expand. And I spoke about this with the uncertainty. That is where we expand. We expand in the uncertainty. I don't know what's under that under that rock, but I'm going to look underneath and I'm going to expand my knowledge of what is there. Or, I want to do X, so I have to expand my capacity so I can do X. Whether that be riding a bike, whether that be teaching a foreign language, whether it be anything. We have to be consistently expanding. And a lot of people, myself included, at a period, we don't expand. We get comfortable. We love our certainty. We get really stuck in our certainty, and we're not growing. We're not expanding. And that is a human need that I think we all share, because I study a lot of science. I study a lot of astrophysics, and everything in the universe is expanding. Everything. And not only is it expanding, it's speeding up. And physicists, the astronomers, they don't know why. And I don't know that it necessarily matters why. But think about that. Everything in our galaxy, everything is expanding. So why would you be any different? Why would you not want to expand yourself, expand your knowledge, expand your spirituality, expand you as a person, make you a better you, make you a more loving you, make you a more intelligent you, make you a more valuable you. That way you can add value in every area of your life. You can add value to yourself. You can add value to relationships. You can add value to business. You can make lots of money. So growth, huge, huge value that I don't believe everyone is fulfilling on. Second big value, contribution. Contribution beyond the self, beyond myself. I'm contributing to others. I'm contributing to the greater good. And when you are contributing to the greater good, that has been my finding, and universal from all the studies I've seen, that brings the most fulfillment. It's like Christmas. Would you rather give or receive? Of course, as a kid, you're like, I want all the presents. Now that you get older, you're like, it feels cool to have presents. And when I bought my mom that thing that she's always wanted and I saw her face light up, I felt so happy inside. I felt like I could just cry with tears because I made someone else's life better. I did something that would enhance someone else's life. So, contributing beyond the self. And that could be anything, like literally anything. I mean, there's many, many ways we contribute beyond self. And we do this to an extent always. We're always contributing somewhat. And I found the more that I contribute, the more that I'm able to serve others, the deeper the impact that my value or that I have on someone else's life, the more fulfilling it gets. So this is something we need to dive deeper into. We need to make sure it is interwoven into our daily consistent action. Because it's, there's nothing wrong. It's amazing that, people take their time and volunteer and they donate money at the end of the year to charities for tax write-offs, and that's all great. And don't stop. Please keep going. And what if your goals, your intentions, the things that you set out to do on a daily business basis are in alignment with this? They're in alignment with contribution to others. Whether it be a business, whether it be a daily practice of paying it forward, whatever it is, putting it into our daily practice and not putting it off till the end of the month, the end of the year, whatever. When we put it into our daily life, that's just bonus, man. When you can wake up every day and knowing that all of these needs are being fulfilled, you don't feel that empty feeling. 'Cause I know I used to do things and I want to be excited about them, and at the end I got there and I'm like, just felt a little bit empty. I'm like, I didn't enjoy the journey. I got the outcome that I wanted, but is that it? Is this it? I didn't contribute to anyone else. I just contributed to myself. And those goals are the least fulfilling. Those goals temporarily will make you feel like $1,000,000. Or if your goal was $1,000,000, it may spend like $1,000,000. But long term, you're not going to be happy. long term, you're going to be searching for more. And you'll go back and you'll think, I need a bigger car or a bigger house or a better this or a better that or a new iPhone or whatever. So it's really important to be contributing beyond yourself on a daily basis. Cool. So those are the 6 human needs. We have certainty, we have uncertainty, we have significance, we have love and connection, we have growth, and we have contribution beyond self. Those 6 human needs encompass everything we do. Everything we do. So if you're looking at your current goals, check them out, see if you're checking all the boxes, seeing if your daily actions are allowing you to step into fulfillment on a daily basis. Go ahead, I'll give you a minute to check that over. So, like any goal setting theory, that is the pretext for what we set. Now, I'm going to go over very quickly because you can find this in literally thousands of videos. And while I think it's amazing, I don't want to spend my time or your time going too deep with this because you can find other trainings on it if you want to. And maybe if I get enough feedback from you guys, I'll do a separate training on this. But if you're not familiar, of course you want to set SMART goals. And SMART is an acronym, excuse me, for specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. So the SMART system has been around for a long time. I didn't create it, not even sure who did. It's been around, but it's something that I've used, and it's really powerful because it's actionable, it's measurable, and it's smart, right? So before we jump into that real quick, let me take one step back. So, we talk about fulfilling goals, having them hit the 6 human needs, and let me make a distinct difference between means goals and end goals. So your end goal is the Ferrari. The end of the goal, I'm going to get that Ferrari, right? It's going to be red, it's going to sound amazing, and I'm going to go 150 miles an hour. That's the end goal, right? Well, if I just set a goal to buy a Ferrari, that's a pretty big gap from where I'm at. Like, holy crap, how am I going to create the money that I need to buy a Ferrari? Well, the means goal is the goals that you set daily in order to achieve the end product. So if you're only setting end goals, if you're like, yeah, Ferrari by this time next year, boom, write it down, it's going to happen. I'm visualizing every day I'm driving that Ferrari. It sounds amazing. Cool. Well, huge gap there, huge gap. How the hell are we going to get the money for this Ferrari? You gotta have end goals, or you gotta have means goals to meet the end goal. So if you're only focusing on end goals, you've only got half the equation, and you're not going to probably get there. So you have to have means goals. You have to have goals set up daily, weekly, monthly, 6 months, year, whatever, to check in to that end goal. You gotta have, it's almost like a guideline. It's almost like a blueprint. And the SMART is the way to make sure that it's, right on point. It's got to be specific. You got to be able to measure it. So you can't say I just want a Ferrari. Well, maybe you say I want a Ferrari, and then the means goal is, well, I need to create the next step down. I need to create $250,000 to pay for that Ferrari. Okay. Well, now how do I create $250,000? Okay. Well, I need to sell X amount of product to create $250,000. Great. Well, in order to sell X amount of product, I need to have X amount of conversations, or put it in X amount in front of people. That is the breakdown. That is the means goal. That is the daily method in which you are taking action. And that's where the SMART comes in. The SMART is less, you don't need to worry about SMART goals when you're talking about the end goal. The end goal is chunked up, is really big picture, right? I'm going to be driving a Ferrari into my house, overlooking the beach with my beautiful wife sitting there. Cool. Awesome. Love the idea. That's a great end goal. Now let's dive into the means goal. Let's get smart about it. Let's get specific. Let's be able to measurable. Let's be able to make it measurable. Let's make it actionable. Make it something that you can realistically do. If I say that I'm gonna, mine coal, well, I wouldn't even know where to start to mine coal, right? So it's got to be actionable. It's got to be realistic. And this is where another shift from the ends goal to the mean goal. Ends goals don't have to necessarily be realistic because maybe driving a Ferrari in a year from now seems a little unrealistic. And anything is possible. Anything is possible. So don't make your ends goals too realistic. Means goals, however, have to be realistic. I can't say I'm going to make 100,000 phone calls today and make $250,000 and buy that Ferrari. That's unrealistic. I almost can't possibly make 100,000 phone calls in one day. It's just not possible. So it's got to be realistic. And then the last one, the T, time bound. So it's got to have a deadline. So it's got to be, I'm going to make 100,000 calls by the end of the month, and have X amount of sales. Whatever. It's got to be measurable. It's got to be specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and got to have a deadline. It's got to be time bound. Awesome. That's as deep as I'm going with SMART goals. That's something that you can put into action, through your means goals after you set the end goals. So this training is to really help you set up end goals that are going to fulfill you, and then you take that and you break it down. You go to the SMART method and you create specific, measurable, actionable items that are realistic and time bound. And you're on your way to your fulfilling end goal. So that's it, right? Just create a goal, break it down, make sure it's smart, and go from there, right? Well, the secret sauce, if you will, to my goal setting, and the thing that I found to be the most impactful, I've been using this for about 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. And I did a video on this a couple years ago, just a really short video. And I found that these three questions help me more than any other part of this training. All that other stuff is great. It's good to know your values, or it's good to know the human needs, and it's good to know, how to reverse engineer those goals using the SMART method. That's awesome. The questions here, though, are going to completely reframe and shift how you think about goals going forward. Are you ready? Because once you hear this, there's no going back. All right. So the first question I always ask myself is, as a creator, knowing that I create my reality, what experience do I want to have? What do I want my life to do? How do I want to experience life? So you could, when you're setting a goal, you're like, well, I really want to travel. Cool. Maybe, boom, right into a travel goal. I really want to experience another culture, or I really want to experience love. I really want to experience X, whatever it is. Know what human experience that you want to have. And, it relates to all those 4 pillars we talked about earlier: health, your wealth, relationships, and your self-mastery. And the kicker to this is you have to be able to think, if time and money were no object, what experience do I want to have? What experience do I want to have? Because this is getting to our end goals, right? So this is going to be really chunked up. It doesn't have to be super realistic. You don't have to have the money already. You don't have to have an idea on how to achieve it. You just have to want it. So what experience do you want to have? What journey do you want to tell your grandkids? What stories do you want to have? Key ingredient. So first question is, what do I want to experience? Second question, and this ties into the 6 human needs, even before I even knew about the 6 human needs, but it's, how do I want to grow? What do I want to learn? Because I am a growth seeker. I am someone who loves to learn. I didn't necessarily love traditional learning. I didn't like going to school. Never went to a 4-year college. Never thought that I would ever be in a teaching position. But that's only because the paradigm, or the the blueprint that we've created for schooling up to this point doesn't fit most people. It doesn't fit a lot of millennials and younger people moving forward. So as that shifts, as you get to decide, what do you want to do? What do you want to learn? How do you want to grow? How do you want to expand? Do you want to learn a new language? Do you want to learn a new skill so you can make more money? Do you want to learn meditation so you can deepen your spiritual practice? Do you want to develop patience so you can be better in all areas of your life? What do you want to learn? What skills do you want to learn? How do you want to grow? How do you want to spend your time expanding? So, what do I want to experience? How do I want to grow? And the third one also aligns with the sixth human need, which is, how do I want to contribute to the world? How do I want to contribute to my family, to my friends, to my workplace, to society as a whole, maybe my hometown, whatever it is? How do I want to contribute? How can I contribute beyond myself? And I know that sounds like a really daunting question. You're like, oh shit, I don't know. I don't even know how I can give value to the world. It can be as simple as telling someone a compliment. It can be as simple as providing for your family. It can be as simple as telling someone you love them. Maybe you haven't told them for a long time. But this question, I promise you, when you sit with it and you get real with it, it's going to change your life. So, third question, how do I want to contribute to the world? And then if that sounds too scary, how can I contribute to my family? How can I contribute to my workplace? How can I contribute to my friends? How can I contribute outside of myself? Now, this isn't to say you should neglect yourself. Anyone who knows me, I'm all about self-love, self-care, and taking care of self first. And you're not going to be fully fulfilled if you stop there. So you've got to keep going. You've got to contribute beyond self. So 3 questions again. What do I want to experience in this life? How do I want to grow? What skills do I want to have? And how do I want to contribute to the family, to my friends, to the planet as a whole? And if you can take these 3 questions, and let them shape your goals, if you answer these questions truthfully, and you get to a place of, this is what I truly want to experience. This is the skill I've been wanting to learn forever. This is the contribution that I want to give to the world. If you can say that after the goal that you set, you are going to rocket. Literally, you're going to be like a rocket. You're going to go off. Because when we have these 3 things, when we have that ingredient, we're working for something beyond ourselves. Because it's so easy to give up on your goals if you're the only one there. It's so easy to give up on yourself. But it's not that easy to give up on others. And it's not that easy when you know that your life, that your actions are making the world a better place, that everything you're doing is contributing positively to the lives of others. And when you know that, and when you get to that space, that is where you're going to feel fulfilled. That's the space I want you to be in after you've achieved your goals. So, this concludes our training for the day. So, as a review, it's imperative that we know our 6 human needs: our certainty, our uncertainty, our significance, our love and connection, our growth, and our contribution. It's also important that we know these 3 questions. What do I want to experience? How do I want to grow? And what do I want to contribute to the world? Those things set the frame for which you create all of your goals. And then once you have these chunked up goals, I want to save the world. Great. How are you going to do that? Oh, I'm going to help underprivileged kids in Africa. Amazing. Very cool. What are the action steps I need to do that? Let's get smart about it. Boom. Then you switch from end goal to means goal. And all of a sudden, you are in smart time. You are getting specific. You're able to measure the output. You are making sure it's actionable and realistic. And you are on a deadline. You are time bound, knowing that this is a SMART goal. It has a deadline. It is actionable. It is measurable, and it is realistic. So take this perspective, take this frame, if you will. Look at your life. Look at the goals that you have set. Look at the actions that you've created so far. Are they getting you where you want to go? Are you feeling fulfilled after you've achieved them? More importantly, are you feeling fulfilled on a daily basis? Are you feeling fulfilled taking action every day? Once you get there, once you can honestly sit with yourself and be like, yep, 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 you will be in a place of extreme personal power. And when you come from a place of personal power, anything is possible. So take this information, use it in all four of your pillars, create smart, actionable goals for your health, create them for your business or your wealth, create them for your relationships, and create them for your self mastery. And allow this to trickle into your life on all levels and see where it takes you. If you're unhappy with where you're headed, try this out. Give it a test. That's all I got. Have an amazing day. Enjoy the now, and I'll talk to you soon.